I had surgery. One of my greatest fears in the entire world, my hair looks crazy, but one of my greatest fears in the entire world is surgery. I've always been afraid of surgery, and earlier on in this journey that I had with endometriosis, I had been known to say that if the endo, because I didn't know what it was at the time, I said, if it's killing me, I don't care, I'd rather die than have surgery. That's how afraid I was of surgery. So me being in enough pain and being scared enough about my situation and being so unhappy and not being able to work and stuff enough to where I need surgery, that's a big deal. That's a really big deal, being able to say like, oh, I'm miserable enough that I would rather go through surgery than live like this. I decided to have surgery a couple of years ago, like 4 years ago. I decided that I really wanted to get this surgery, not this specific one, but that I wanted the laparoscopic surgery, and I wanted them to remove my endometriosis, which was a big deal. Like I said, I was really afraid of surgery. I had researched, you know, what the best procedure was to have, and it was excision surgery. And at the time, I couldn't find any research on like who could do it. And I live in California. That's important. I live in California. There's a lot of really amazing medical professionals here in California, but at the time I couldn't find, I don't know what I was searching, but I couldn't find anyone that performed excision surgery in California. My boyfriend and I were already planning on moving here after I graduated. Like, he was already living up here for a year before I moved up here with him. We were already planning on living here when I found my surgeon, and I guess I'll talk about that as Dr. Cook, and he's in the area, but it's also really expensive surgery because he's considered a specialist, and it's a really expensive surgery, so you have to pay like a really big amount of money. So what we did is we set up a GoFundMe. We were funded enough to pay Vital Health within like, I don't know, a week and a half. It was crazy. We were gonna take out loans. I don't know why we thought that that was gonna work, but we were gonna take out like crazy loans, and one of the people at Vital Health actually suggested that we start a GoFundMe, so yay, thanks to that person. And we were fully funded for all of that, like within just like 3 weeks. It was amazing. The amount of generous people who are in my life, or people that are in other people's lives who are in my life, if that makes any sense, was just incredible. And we were so humbled and uncomfortable accepting that amount of money, but I had the surgery, so I'm happy about it. It was intense to see how amazing all these people are that I know, and I just felt really loved. Nick and I felt really, really loved by the support that we've gotten through this process and this experience. It's just been amazing. My hair is acceptable, so we're gonna change location, and I'll talk about that maybe while I fold some laundry. Today is August 15th. It's been 3 weeks since my surgery. It went really well. I was less scared than I thought I would be of the actual surgery, like when it came time to go down to the hospital, and because you have to be there 2 hours earlier than your actual surgery, and then the surgery that he was doing before mine went a little long. I was supposed to have my surgery at 11, and I think I didn't end up having it until like 11:30, 12 or something like that. So we showed up at 9, and they made me wear the hospital gown, and they give you like socks and stuff too, and you can't wear like a sweatshirt, so they just give you like a million blankets, which is good because I'm always cold. You have to say your name and your date of birth like a billion times, and then they ask you all these questions about, have you had surgery before, and did you have any bad reactions to any of the like pain medications or the anesthesia? And then you just like wait there, and it's really nerve-wracking waiting. I just kept like telling myself that like after this all I have to do is like recover. So over a month I like knew when my surgery date was gonna be, and it was not fun waiting. I don't like waiting for things, and I don't like the anticipation. It was awful. I was really stressed. I was doing a lot of preparation for the surgery. They made me do a bowel prep because my endometriosis ended up being near my bowels, which is, I almost had a bowel resection, which is like, don't look it up, but do look it up if you're curious. I was really afraid that that was gonna happen because then I'd have to be in the hospital longer and recovery is worse. The first time I went to the appointment on June 12th, that was my first appointment to like go and talk to him. He was able to determine that I definitely did have it near my bowels, and that I did have it because of like a fluke. I was like a rare case that they were able to diagnose it, and he was saying like, oh yeah, like it's a possible bowel resection, but like I don't want to worry you, it's just a possibility. So he made it seem like it was a really small chance. And then I had another appointment the day before my surgery. I went back to Vital Health, and he's like, oh yeah, I mean it's a 50-50 chance that you're gonna have the bowel resection. And I was like, what? 50-50? That's horrible. So I was like convinced that I was gonna have it, and then apparently when he was in there doing his thing, you know, cutting out the endometriosis, he was so convinced by the time he had gotten in there that he would have to do a bowel resection, and then at the last minute he got really, really lucky, or like I got really lucky because it was just barely not in a place where he needed to do the bowel resection. So I was in the hospital for that one night, the night of the 25th to the 26th, and my sister and her boyfriend, basically my brother-in-law, they came and were super nice. They waited with Nick so he wouldn't have to wait alone, and they brought him like food and stuff. The morning of the 26th, I was able to go home, so that was really nice. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be, and then, you know, they gave me the happy drugs. I was on morphine, so that was nice, I guess. So we came home, and my mom came here to help out. Very helpful. I was like thinking, oh yeah, it'll be fine, like Nick will go back to work the next day and I'll totally be able to take care of myself. Nope, I just kind of like exhausted myself. I had my 1 week call, and I was like, oh yeah, I feel great, and I'm like doing this and I'm doing that, and I'm not having like any pain or whatever. And Dr. Cook was like really impressed. And then like literally the next day I started feeling really crappy again. Yeah, I kind of screwed up there. That's been exciting to see things come back. It is really hard to hold myself back from doing things and like overextending myself, because like I mentioned earlier today, I'm so used to just doing stuff anyway. Like that's what you have to do, honestly. When you have a condition where you're in chronic pain and you have chronic fatigue, a lot of times you just push through the pain and the exhaustion because you have things to do. And that's so much what I'm used to doing that It's been pretty difficult to just sit back and relax and let other people take care of me. And because I seem so fine, it's hard for other people also to see that I am still in some pain and I am still recovering from surgery. It's a weird place to be in, I guess. But I'd much rather be in this position than in the position I was just a couple months ago, where I had no idea if this was going to work, if I was going to feel any amount of better. I'm already starting to feel better, and that just right there is so worth it. Like, I can't even tell you how amazing it has been to every single day feel better instead of feeling worse every single day, and then having one day where I just randomly feel relatively okay enough to just get a bunch of stuff done. The mornings are the hardest part for me right now because I still feel really tired in the morning, and I keep going back to old patterns where I think, oh, I'm just gonna have like a really terrible day today because I feel so exhausted. But as soon as I start getting up and moving around, like, instead of feeling more and more exhausted as the day goes on, which is what used to happen, I have more energy after I've eaten, after I've gone to the bathroom, after I've showered or whatever, instead of that energy, you know, draining from me because of all those things that I was doing, because literally that's what it was. I have more energy after I do those things, which is how it's supposed to be. I don't even know how to explain it. I'm just really grateful that we were able to do this at all. For a long time, I just didn't ever see this as a possibility. I just thought that that was going to be my life for a long time. And of course, I've tried so many things to try and make it better in other ways, and they would work, you know, a little bit. They would take a little bit of the edge off, but nothing has ever made it to the point where I just feel like myself. A little emotional. I mean, I did so many things yesterday. Like, I cooked all day, and yes, by the end of the day I was exhausted because I had done so many things, but it wasn't like that over-encompassing exhaustion that meant, like, you know, I'm gonna have another 3 weeks of just feeling like shit because I cooked too many times yesterday. I hope that I never get to a place where I take this feeling for granted, because I spent so long not having the ability to be like this. And I just hope that something good comes out of that experience of me feeling like crap all the time. And hopefully in the next couple of months, I'll be able to start looking for a job and I can go to work like normal people do. I kind of wanted to do this way today instead of, you know, talking in front of my bookshelf, because I do know that I need to get better at vlogging, and the only way I'm going to get better at vlogging is if I actually vlog. But since I'm not doing anything interesting, that's kind of hard to do when you have had things removed from your body as recently as 3 weeks ago. I should be getting back to better than my old self really soon, and then hopefully I'll have some more stuff coming towards you guys faster and more frequently, or at least more consistently. That would be good. Through September and the end of August, I have a ton of stuff going on. This weekend I'm getting my hair done. That's not super exciting, but the next weekend is Crunchyroll Expo, and then after that I think we have a free weekend to rest up, and then we're planning on going to see my friend. We're gonna hopefully do a beach shoot there of Satania. Then the weekend after that we're planning on going camping, and yeah, so we're gonna have a lot of busy weekends, and I might take you along on my phone camera for that. Let me know down below what kinds of videos you'd like to see in the future, because I'm just kind of at a loss. But I'm glad that I got to check in with you guys. So I hope that you liked this. I don't know if I'll ever do this again. I just remembered how I finished these. And you can tell me if you like this video, subscribe, and I hope you're having a really great day. Okay, bye. You're such a weirdo. What are you doing? Do you want to come hang out with me? Okay. My battery did die. And my camera is old, so the battery gets stuck in there all the time, so it's been like 10 minutes of me just fidgeting with that battery trying to get it out. Tumblr! What you doing? What you doing? She knows that this is a camera and she doesn't like it that much. Are you freaked out? Are you freaked out? Oh, I'm sorry, Bobo. Are you freaked out? No. I love you too. Will you say bye-bye? Yeah, she doesn't care. She's sleeping now. Can you see those teeth? No? Are you shy? You don't want us to see the teeth? Talby has this amazing underbite where she just always looks toothy. I've basically finished this video like 4 times already. I just need to like get over it and just like say bye. Oh, also my bookshelf. Comment down below if you want a bookshelf tour. I may or may not film that. Or if I do film it, I may not edit it. But if you do want it enough, maybe I'll give you a bookshelf tour. I'll give you a media tour or something. Or any other kind of tour. Comment down below if you want an apartment tour or a bedroom tour or literally any kind of tour. I don't know, just spitballing here.